Hey guys, it's Maymay, and it's time to make another Valentine wreath, and I'm using the very same form you would have seen me use on my last Valentine wreath. But I got to thinking, there's a style of wreath I've never shown you guys how to make, and it's one that I used to make way back in the day. We even made hair barrettes the same method. So I'm going to show you how this works. So this is a 16-inch heart form that I picked up at my Walmart. I checked my Dollar Tree. They did not have them. I'm not surprised. I live in a small town. But check your Dollar Tree. You may find these heart wreaths there, and you won't have to pay what I paid at Walmart. I think I paid less than $3 for it. I don't remember for sure, but it is the 16-inch form. I'm going to take this little tag off because we don't need it. There we go. So there's my wreath form. Now you're also going to use some wire. Now this is not the standard wire that I use for this. This is craft wire. It says gold, but it's clearly silver. But I picked this up at Walmart because that's where I was. I typically would like to use the green floral wire, but my Walmart was out of floral wire, so I just picked up the next thing that works. So use what you got, or find some of the green floral wire, or do like I do and just use something different. This is a pretty thick one. This is like a what did it say on it? 40 gauge, I think it says. Let me look and see. I bought two of them. This is a 20 gauge, so it's fairly thick. So a little 20 gauge wire, and wow, look at that. That's a lot of fun how it unravels. One thing I do like about this wire is it's kind of thick, so it won't be as rough on my hands when I'm using it. So there's that. Okay, the next thing is this. This is burlap, and it has pearls on the end, and I found this at my Walmart about 2 years ago. And I didn't buy it, and I kept thinking, I know I can use this because I love the pearls on the edge of this. I just think they're so pretty. So what I did was this time I bought 3 rolls because I found it and loved it. It is 5.5 inches wide by 10 feet long. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need, but we're just going to go with it. I bought 3 just in case. I'm that person that always buys an extra because I'd rather have too many than not enough. Okay, now this one's different, okay? This wreath, we're doing probably a lot different than you've ever seen done before, all right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this wire, and I'm just going to attach it somewhere on this wreath form. I'm deciding to start at the bottom corner down here, not just because. You could start anywhere. I'm just going to attach this wire just by wrapping it around. So I've just looped it around one of the little pieces, okay? Just looped it around and twisted it. That's just to hold it there so I can get started. And then just going to wrap it and get myself going. So I'm just attaching this wire so I can spin it around as we get going. Okay? I'm going to do my best to stay in camera for you guys the whole time. Now then, this ribbon, I'm going to leave that piece folded because it wants to fold. That's how it was on the spool. And I'm going to make a loop about like that. And I'm going to squish it together. Okay? Then where I made this wire, I'm going to lay this in and wrap my wire around it to hold that onto the wreath 2 times. Okay, so now that little loop is attached to my wreath. Now all I'm going to do, first I'm going to let this ribbon fall onto the floor and not worry about that. Then I'm going to make another loop. Let me do this with it on the table so you can see it. I'm going to make another loop and just kind of squish it, okay, about the same height as that first one. Then I'm going to take my wire and wrap it there and wrap that loop on. If you've ever made the ribbon hair bows, the ribbon hair barrettes, this is how you do it. You remember making the loops and then making the little and wrapping the wire? It's the same process, okay? Now I'm going to make another loop about the same height. I'm pushing them close to each other because I want it to be real full, but you can push them as close as you want. Like if you don't want it super full, that's totally up to you. I'm going to wrap it twice just to get a whole loop of the wire around it. So see that? We're just putting loops on this wreath. Same thing. Make a loop, squish it together, wrap the wire. You could do this with any kind of ribbon you have. You can do it with burlap. You can do it with mesh. You can do it with anything you have and get the same look. But look how cute that is, kind of roughly. I'm going to continue doing this all the way around the wreath. This is all I'm going to do. Push a loop, gather it at the form, take my ribbon, wrap it around. Take my wire, wrap it around twice. And I am scooting them close together. Like I said, I want it to be pretty full, and that's one reason I went ahead and bought 3 just in case I needed them. I'll let you know for sure how many I need at the end of the video. So I'm going to keep going. Let me show you the back side. So you see how we're just looping and wrapping. That's all we're doing. All right, I'm going to keep going, and I'll be right back. So I want to show you right here. This is one roll of my ribbon, of my burlap, and I've just attached a second. And all I did was gather it up and wire it on here. That's all I did. And I'm going to continue to do my looping. And my loops will hide that where I attached it because it'll get tucked down in there. So we're on roll number 2. Now I want to show you. So now I've used, if you can see this here, this is 2 rolls of my burlap. I'm making this one fluffy, remember. I'm really filling it up, okay? So we're fixing to add the 3rd. So I'm literally going to just attach this here. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I'm taking this ribbon, and this is the one where it was folded, and I'm just crunching this up, okay? Where I left off, I'm going to tuck it in and then wrap that wire. It's easy. This is an easy wreath to do, but I will caution you, it's hard on your hands. So if you have hand dexterity issues, it's not the most comfortable, but you know, if you are comfortable making wreaths and you kind of mess with this kind of stuff a good bit, it's an easy one to do. But if you do have those hand dexterity issues, you might want to consider maybe doing the ones that are more mesh with little pipe cleaners. That's a little easier on the hands. Now I'm really close to the end here, and I'm going to do 2 more loops, and those 2 loops are going to end this out. And then I'm just going to snip off what's left. So I'm going to gather up a loop, and you can even do it like this and then sit it down inside there, okay, and then wrap your wire. Then I'm going to do what should be my last loop, and I think I'm going to go ahead and trim it off. Don't think I'll need another one. And I'm just going to gather that, take it down to my form, and wrap that wire. Now, because this is the end, I'm going to wrap it a couple extra times, nice and snug. Then, flipping it over, I'm going to snip some extra wire off. And in the back, I'm just going to feed this up through some of these other pieces I've got, just to sort of secure it. Don't have to do too much. It's not going anywhere. Pull that. And just like if you were sewing and kind of tying off at the end, that's kind of what I'm doing. Now here's the finished wreath. You can leave it just like this, or you can go back through and just kind of separate these guys every other one to get more of the pearl look, and I think that's pretty, to just kind of tug them and have some of those pearls kind of show on the edge. But you can do this whatever way you want. It's your wreath, so have fun with it. Now, I also found this little sign at Walmart for $2.84, and I'm just going to attach it here. But I'm going to attach it after I hang it. I may decide that I don't really want it on there once I hang it on the wall or on where it's going. I may decide it's too much. See how it kind of takes away some of the shape? But we'll see. If I end up doing it, I'll put it there. But if not, I think it's so pretty just in the shape of the heart. And you could add flowers and bows and whatever to it. The big thing is I wanted to show you how to make this style of wreath. I've had a lot of people ask me how to do it, and this is how I do it, just with that wire and that loop method. And this is just like we used to make, like I said, hair barrettes. And if you remember banana clips, say it in the comments. We used to cover banana clips with ribbon doing the same method. So thanks so much for watching today, guys. I'll add some pictures so you can see how this guy looks hanging up, but I think it's beautiful. And I really love it in the heart shape. I think that's a really pretty way to use it. Hey, thanks so much for watching today, guys. Until next time, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.